Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Bud's Hot Sports Takes. If this is your first time watching, I am Bud. So, what we're going to be talking about today is going to be something, like I said, I give unbiased. Uh, if you've watched other ones, then I give unbiased NBA statistics, sports facts, what's going on in the world of sports, uh, and things that I believe are the hot topics, right? So, today's issue, what we're going to be talking about, is actually going to be about the hate around not only the league but in the media when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Um, I mean, really, and including players, really, they should be bowing down to her right now, um, and owners as well. Because here's the thing: the WNBA recently inked a deal. Their current broadcasting deal was going to be ending in 2025. Now, the NBA actually owns about 60% of the WNBA. So the WNBA and NBA, because of the huge explosion in viewership and people wanting to see Caitlin Clark, actually decided to go to three different um, networks. Uh, they went to Disney, NBC, and Amazon, right? And they inked a deal. Now, what this deal is actually going to end up doing, is it's going to be increasing their revenue from about 60 million a year to 200 million a year. That's over three times the amount of revenue, and that's just from TV viewership, TV contract. Okay, so that's three times the increase. Now, here's why owners need to be kissing her basically. Uh, on average, a, an, a WNBA owner losing about 500,000 a year. That's right. Every owner was losing on average $500,000 a year. Since now, because everybody gets an equal share of that pie, all right. When it comes to owners, right? Uh, they're getting three times the amount of money. So, um, if they were losing, right, money, right, now because they're gaining three times the amount of revenue, they're going to be making money. Now, here's another thing. They're also expected to go ahead and, because of this, ink out a couple more deals that are going to go ahead and increase revenue by about another 60 million a year. Okay, so that's more piece of the pie that everybody's going to end up getting. So what this ends up doing is not only are the owners going to be having money, but this can actually open up a few different interesting things. Okay, one of the things it can do is now there now there is money for even more expansion teams, so the league can actually grow. You can actually get more women into WNBA and grow the sport that way. And another thing that this ends up doing too, right, is because now there are more eyes and more people watching, and there's going to of course be more people watching whenever you have multiple networks broadcasting, right? But is one of the huge talks too is like the number one pick for WNBA and the number one pick of the NBA, how drastically their contracts are, right? Nowhere close. They're still not going to be anywhere close because, uh, well, let's face it, the $2.2 billion deal that's going to increase their revenue from 60 to 200 million a year. Um, well, let's just say their overall deal for how long ago is that 2.2 billion wouldn't even cover all the teams in the NBA league for a single year. Okay, so yeah, not it's that's not going to bring in enough where those guys are going to be close, right? That's not going to happen. But what it does is because there's more money available now, they can start getting paid more. And then when players start increasing in what they actually make, that gets more people into thinking like, hey, maybe that's what I want to do. So yeah, you'll start having more little girls, right? Like, oh, I'm going to pick up this sport. I can make a decent living that way. If I make it right, which is what happens with kids. They see all these flashy dollars from all these major different sports, right? And they're like, hey, I'm gonna play this sport. I'm gonna make a lot of money someday. Doing this, and it's not that bad. It's not fun to do. But yet, all they end up doing is they keep hating on the girl. Yeah, sure. She's had a lot of turnovers. Um, but when you're constantly double and triple teamed, you're probably going to have turnovers. Um, at first, they were talking about how she shoots a lot. Okay, she's being double and triple teamed. Okay, so they started talking about, well, look at the percentage of shots she makes. Well, she's double and triple teamed. She doesn't have a lot of open shots. Now she's passing a lot more, and they're talking about, well, all she does is pass. Well, she's being double and triple teamed. You guys are on her case about one thing. She starts doing something else to change. Now you're on her case because of what she's doing. Um, you know, Stop the hate. Just give the girl some credit. Um, I mean, people were giving props to Angel Reese. She's breaking down crying because people were called her a dirty player when she was just doing what the coach told her to do. Right? Oh, well, coach told her to do it. And she feels bad. She's crying. Poor girl. If they were to do that if Caitlin Clark was to cry, like, you guys would totally like just rip on her, saying like, well, if she can't take it, she needs to stay out of the league. If she can't take people saying bad things about her. Well, here's the thing: people are saying bad things about her. You guys don't stop saying bad things about her. Like, you guys are never pleased. And one of the things, of course, that made her a huge star is the fact that she broke Pistol Pete Maravich's, um, you know, in college basketball record, right, for most points, right? Got her huge exposure. Now, do I think like, uh, I mean, obviously, on the score pad it's broke. Now, do I think that it's technically broke? No. I mean, if you factored in just even the freshman points that they got, that don't count, into his total, he outbeats her, right? If or if you factor in, or if you don't even factor in that, but you just factored her and you gave him the points that he would have received if there was a 3-point line for the ones that he shot beyond that point. Again, he beats her, right? Because right there, that's an extra 1,000 points. Uh, which, when you think about it, that's over 1,000 3-pointers, right? That's crazy. But that it doesn't matter. It got her exposure. It grew WNBA. People were excited to see her, and you got people like Griner ripping on her. You got people, in the media ripping on her. You got other female athletes ripping on her, and it it comes out of jealousy because, she's being talked about, you're not, right? That's what it boils down to. I mean, yeah. And then people were trying to make animosity between her and Angel Reese. The girls don't even dislike each other. Angel Reese, she's like the only person that I can think of. As far as players go in the WNBA, hasn't said anything negative about her. She says good things actually about her. Uh, you know, Stop trying to make something where there isn't anything to make. And, give her props and give her credit. And, she's also doing things that no one else has done. She broke an assist record. Uh, she's the first WNBA player to score as many, points, rebounds, assists that she has in a single season. Those three, combined stats to get to those numbers. So again, give her props. She's elevating the game. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Into Bud's Hot Sports Takes. Tune in next time. And by the way, feel free to like or dislike below. Subscribe. Doesn't matter. You can like, dislike, you can subscribe, you can share, you can comment. All those things happen below. So do it, guys. And I will see you next time.